All right. So doing push pull legs again today. Today is a push day. It's gonna be another hard one, especially since all I have is a 35. So I'm going for the low end reps with the lateral raises, high end reps with the shoulder presses, low end reps for the bent over lateral raises, and full reps for the push ups. All right. Let's do it. One down, three to go.
Did you know that only a small percentage of our health is determined by the food that we eat and the exercise that we engage with? And in fact, our health is determined much more significantly by what we call social determinants of health. So this TikTok was being used in fat acceptance and health at every size spaces to try and distance food and exercise from health, which separates weight from health as well. What is funny about this is that I literally just filled a social determinant of health sheet when I went to my doctor this past week. I took a picture to show y'all, and it is basically just a list of different things that can impact overall health that are mainly uncontrollable factors. So, things you're looking for at home, food insecurity, child care access, employment, jobs, etc.
Two down.
The thing is, all of those social determinants can be what impacts how you eat and exercise, which then impacts your health. This is why I have an issue with the TikTok that's so empty of information. People are taking this as, oh, seeing food and exercise are important in health. It's just your circumstances. And that is coming off as if I said, well, it doesn't affect your health, it's the tobacco industry. I'm all for tackling the issues of the government or social determinants or the tobacco industry. They aren't making you unhealthy, it is consuming the products made available by those institutions and circumstances. Food and exercise, if we just ignore genetic and random disease, is an extremely and vital part of our health. The one thing we have the most control over from anything else. So she is wrong when she says food and exercise have little to do with your health. They have everything to do with your health. It is the access to them that is the issue and why the social determinants of health is a form you left. Being poor doesn't make you unhealthy. It is a food that poor people would have access to that is unhealthy. We can discuss cause and effect without dismissing the literal fact that nutrition and exercise are major indicators of health. This next TikTok was sparked by another video where the movie The Whale was being criticized and called harmful. Under that video, someone commented, quote, the movie is not nearly as harmful as being obese, considering it is the number one cause of death in the US. End quote. The response from the fat liberationist was riveting. So, if you're just listening, she showed a list of the leading causes of death in the US, the first being heart disease. And she thinks this is disproving that obesity is one of the main causes of death in America. Now, there are several things that can give someone heart disease, but one of the growing and prevalent factors is obesity. This is kind of like that last TikTok where there is this attempt to separate weight and health by saying very general things and expecting that to be making a solid point. I mean, one of the main causes of deaths on the list is accidents. And I think it's safe to say that a good amount of those accidents involve vehicles. So if I were to follow this person's logic, it would be wrong for me to say that car accidents are one of the leading causes of death in the US because the list just says accidents without specifying. These types of TikToks just feel intentionally flat, like they want the answer to be as simple as heart disease without thinking about what a major cause of heart disease is. And people take this and run with it without any inch of nuance or even simple cause and effect logic.
You can actually be healthy at every size. Let me walk through the evidence on that. This study basically took an aggregate of over 100,000 people in the US and showed there's no increased risk of dying from different health conditions above certain BMIs. It's an aggregate of all-cause mortality, so all of these different health conditions. And then this one looked at all-cause mortality and cardiovascular disease mortality below. And you can see normal, overweight, and obese categories. The blue is actually unfit. And what unfit means is you're in the bottom 20% for your BMI category. So you're
Lateral raises.
normal, overweight, or obese. For every single one of these, you can see there's no increased risk in cardiovascular death or all-cause mortality by increase of BMI.
Break.
But there's a huge increase for being unfit.
So this TikTok is great evidence as to why people shouldn't be allowed to just throw up a graph, say some stuff like it's a fact, and then peace out. TikTok is a place where interpreting scholarly articles, data, and statistics go to hell. So I went and searched for the graph data and found the studies they came from. Let's go over it. And again, I will have these sources in the description. The graphs she showed not only gave me college biology war flashbacks, but also aren't great in showing the conclusions of the studies done. So the whole point of the study and these graphs were to show how, despite your weight, physical therapy, aka being fit, decreases your risk of mortality for all-cause mortality. Now, the study did not specify if they measured the fat content of the subjects, as in plenty of those in the obese or overweight categories that were measured by just BMI alone could be perfectly healthy due to their weight being from muscle, not from excess fat. I think for a better conclusion on the impact of fat-induced obesity, participants should all be specified as fat. With that in mind, we can still see on the graphs for both all-cause mortality and cardiovascular disease mortality, the unfit and fit obese and overweight categories still have higher hazard ratios, especially if you look at the range lines that account for extended data. Especially in the cardiovascular graph, it is very clear that weight was a factor in higher risk for mortality, fit or unfit. Now let's look at what else the study says. Quote, weight cycling is associated with health risks that are very similar to those associated with obesity, including higher all-cause mortality, and may contribute to weight gain, unquote. So weight cycling itself is difficult to track because I couldn't find anything saying they measured the weights and health of people dieting on and off for years and what their average weight was throughout that and compared it to those who stayed obese without ever developing and retaining weight.
All right.
Weight cycling is
Time to
something
start
that's
shoulder
mostly
presses.
commonly self-reported
4 sets of
in
10.
people who are already overweight or obese. So separating the two seems difficult, and it isn't explained if they were able to observe that. Also, the end of the quote I read said weight cycling is a health risk because it contributes to weight gain, which is telling the reader that weight gain is a health risk in itself. I don't know how that can be established, but then the conclusion from others being that weight is completely neutral. Speaking of neutral,
One down,
the study advocates for
3 to go.
a weight-neutral approach to treating obesity-related health conditions may be, or more, effective than a weight loss approach and can avoid pitfalls associated with the repeated weight loss failure. Input. Again, this study is looking for ways to treat obesity, as in it is being recognized as something needing to be fixed. One of those ways for patients could be if doctors coming from a weight-neutral approach that prioritizes physical activity, which, as we saw, can reduce mortality risk. Not focusing on just weight alone may avoid the cycle of losing and gaining gaining more. This approach seems reasonable, and the conclusion, in the end, is to treat obesity. It makes sense that someone who is obese but does not exercise at all would be in more risk of someone who is obese and does regularly exercise. This study does not, though, prove that being a normal weight and fit is just as healthy as being obese and fit. There's kind of a disclaimer on the study too that says, quote, such an approach does not assume that obesity is entirely benign, or that there are not circumstances that may necessitate weight loss, end quote. And I think that is important to mention because when it comes to people that are extremely morbidly obese, just taking a walk isn't going to save their lives. Weight loss itself is still an independent factor in helping reduce mortality in those who are very obese due to excess fat content. And that has been shown time and time again. The study this person mentions in the TikTok is an interesting study, but it doesn't prove health at every size. It proves that if you are obese, you should at least be fit and obese to reduce health risk, which isn't exactly breaking news. We have our favorite fat activist from 2 videos ago, Jordan,
Two down, two to
and today
go.
we have a TikTok that says, quote, when I asked the doctor what the treatment plan would be for a thin patient experiencing the same set of symptoms as me, because I'm not interested in a treatment plan that involves intentional weight loss, end quote. For context, this person has been to 9 different doctors for a health issue, and all 9 have told them they need to lose weight for their health issue. But they refuse that and just keep saying that doctors. All 9 of them are fatphobic. This person is also very morbidly obese, and I'm saying that for context, not to shame. Now, I did a whole speech about doctors and fatphobia in another video I will have a so I won't go over that again, but excluding those literal fatphobic doctors, there are many things that would make treatment different for someone who is class 3 obese rather than average weight. For example, arthritis. It is something that impacts anyone anyways, but weight can make it a lot worse or even be the cause of it. So a doctor may tell a thin person with arthritis to try certain medications or physical therapies, while someone who is 400 pounds will likely be told to lose weight to relieve stress on the joints, being impacted by arthritis, and then more treatment options can be recommended if that is not helpful. This is just one example, but it can apply for things like heart diseases, diabetes, hormonal issues, etc. Fat is an active part of the body, it doesn't just sit there. It creates imbalances in ways of joints, and it is why doctors may have a weight loss induced treatment plan for someone with a lot of excess fat. It's so dangerous to me to see people on TikTok telling other fat people to just not listen to their doctor if the treatment plan included weight loss. Now, I am ready to criticize the approach doctors take, as in providing more support and resources than just lose weight, see you later. But that's not what's happening here. This person has such a large following, and this misunderstanding or refusal to understand why a doctor recommends someone who is class 2 or 3 obese to lose weight just builds that wall between people who need healthcare and the healthcare. The popular YouTuber and plus-size fashion influencer, Glitter and Lasers, real name Anna, made a whole video about how the fear of going to the doctor due to so much anti-doctor rhetoric from the fat acceptance / body positive communities kept her from getting much needed help for years. If you think your doctor is being biased towards you, report it. Find another doctor. If you're 9 doctors deep and they are all telling you the same thing, then there's a good chance they're correct. I'm not going to sit and assume everything about Jordan. I don't
I'm
know
freaking
them,
amazing.
but from the TikToks that I've seen,
I didn't even remember that. That's tight. I'm gonna have to play that. That was like one of my favorite ones. I still haven't played the Reap yet, but I really want to. He has the remake. And my other the graphics on that is just beautiful.
Yeah, like the games that drop with it are Alone in the Dark. Yeah, Alone in the Dark. The Game and Watch Gallery. Gargoyles, Kirby Dream Land,
Kirby's Dream. I used to play that.
Metroid.
Oh, the original Tetris?
Yeah, that was good.
Forget about it. That's what's up.
Wario 3.
I remember Wario. That was pretty good.
I'm gonna interfere, Cole. Let me know your thoughts on these
Third
TikToks
set.
and
That
their
classical, green.
Why did I say things like that? Alright. Like if you enjoyed this and subscribe for weekly content. Thank you so much for joining me on the ranch. We'll see you next time.
There's my music. Shit. What? Wait, wait, I can't see.
Joy-Cons are kind of, whack right now, or they've been whacked for a while.
All right, this is the last set for the shoulder press. My son was showing me they put a lot of the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games on Nintendo Online, Nintendo Switch Online. Brought back a lot of memories. Whew. Shoulder is getting a hell of a pump today. All right, all done with the shoulder presses.
Hello, friend. Welcome back.
Ooh, that lactic acid is coming in fast on my left shoulder.
Today, we're going to be
Jesus.
taking a look at things plus-size people experience that would send my thin friends into a coma. Pretty sure she's not just talking about diabetes. Sorry. This is from the creator, the Abby Hoy, who I've made videos about in the past. One of which she was talking about the great fat people. Here's a clip. I feel like a mime again, dude, just like last time I wore this shirt. Pretty good, right? Sorry, clearly delusional. All right, enough screwing around. Sorry, the time has come. We must apply cone to mustache. Things plus-size people experience that would send my thin friends into
Weird thing about doing heavy kettlebell swings, they help with shoulder pain a lot. Like a lot.
Okay, what if we did
It just makes them feel really good.
That would send
Stretches them out.
into a coma. Number one.
It's just a good feeling.
Yeah, right, I'm just kidding. I'm sure you guys fly right up and down those stairs like nothing. That's honestly the measure of health, though, isn't it? Have anybody that you know go up 5 flights of stairs with you to see if they get winded.
Also, check out my TikTok
Normal, you're out of shape.
at I Give a
But if they
Fit.
get winded and cannot continue, if you can power through your winded
I'm going to be posting
then you're in somewhat normal shape.
a video
You're up
of me doing a set
But you're still making it? I mean, you gotta push through, baby.
with
Taking a bath like in an actual bathtub.
This would send your thin friends into a coma, taking a bath in your bathtub.
steel mace swings,
So many bath bombs and bath
makeshift steel mace.
because I feel like a lot of my thin friends really miss the science.
The last time I did them was
lesson about like water
25 pounds plus the 5-pound bar.
Are you
I mean,
saying that you
15
have to
pounds plus
build
the
a
5-pound bar, which
very
is 20-pound
low
mace.
so that when you sit in it, it
This
doesn't
is a
overflow?
30-pound mace, which is it's pretty heavy. It doesn't seem like it, but when you're swinging it, doing a mace swing, it's heavy as shit. Trust me. It is not like it.
Okay, so this entire list could also be called
Makes you feel like you got that Viking strength, you know what I'm
several very good and
saying?
valid reasons to lose weight. How to stop making life hard for yourself. They always think that they're making all these good points about like,
All right,
look at all the difficulties.
4
life
sets of
is going
6
through.
with the
But it's really
lateral
just proving the point that
bent over
it would be
raises.
beneficial to lose weight.
Leggings. It takes up a lot more room in the suitcase. Number 3, safety equipment. Like, do you have any idea how difficult and expensive it is to buy a plus-size life jacket?
Do I ever know?
I can literally not wear a seatbelt correctly because they are not designed or tested on factories.
And none of this is
One
going
down,
to
3 to go.
precipitate change for me. I see.
You hear that popping?
Being
It's
a
my
bride-
shoulder.
Being a
I'm just
bridesmaid is
old.
so stressful because, like,
Doesn't hurt.
even if the
It's
bride
just
picks out a dress that doesn't come in
when you get to a certain age, you just start making
the
noises.
perception of you is that you don't like the bride enough to participate. And that happened to me.
So you were going to be a bridesmaid, but you couldn't find a dress that matched everybody else's or whatever, because I think that's the thing they do, right? You guys all get the same kind of dress or something so it matches. And you not being able to find a dress that fits you was interpreted by the bride as you not caring enough to join the wedding. Yo, where's Abby, dude? She was supposed to be here 12 minutes ago. 12 and a half minutes, actually. I don't know. She said something about not being able to find a dress, and then she started crying. Dude, I knew she didn't really care about me. I say that as a joke, but if that actually happened, that's messed up. They're like, man, I never realized that Abby didn't even like me. It's weird light shining right here. Oh, I just died in your arms tonight. It must have been something you said.
Number 5, chairs. Just chairs.
All chairs in general are fat-phobic. Dang it! Dang it, chair makers! Dang you, R.C. Willie! Dang it, IKEA!
The amount of anxiety around chairs would send all of my thin friends directly to the hospital. Because can you imagine?
Or maybe they would change the way they eat and exercise more if they couldn't fit in a chair. I don't know. Just a thought.
Having just a little bit of anxiety everywhere you go about chairs.
So you were a victim of all these happenstances because of the way that you chose to eat and or exercise. A victim indeed.
Are they going to have arms on them that are not wide enough for me to sit down? Are they going to have like little teeny tiny seats that like one butt cheek falls off?
Dude, that reminds me of bicycle seats. The seat that a lot of bicycles come with is like so skinny, like a normal sized pair of buttocks cannot rest upon it.
Are they going to be antique and they can't support my body weight?
Dude, imagine that you go into an antique store and you sit on the chair and it crumbles underneath you and they're like, Queen Victoria owned that chair previously. It's a priceless
2 down, 2 to
artifact.
go.
What have you done?
Chairs give me anxiety. See,
Yo, if chairs give you anxiety, it's time to reevaluate your whole entire life, homie.
also stools. Next up, trust falls.
Trust falls. I remember that trend. Are you kidding me? I remember when that was a thing. You just walk in front of somebody and go, trust fall, and you fall right onto them, dude. I would advise obese people to not partake in this particular activity for the safety of you and others.
Because no, I do not trust you.
I don't trust me either.
Literally would trust somebody with my bank pin more than I would trust them to catch me if I fell backwards.
What do you mean? Are you insinuating that you're living in a larger body?
I feel like cool ladders is self-explanatory. Pally touched on this also, but I wanted to bring it up because it's the important. Going to the doctor, because literally no matter what is wrong with you, you could get hit by a car, you could get punched in the face by a clown, and a doctor would look at you and say, have you considered losing weight?
Even if you got punched in the face by a clown. Doctor, you gotta help me. My hair is currently on fire. I am burning right in front of you, as you can see. Oh man, that does look rough. Have you considered losing weight? My skin is literally melting.
And last, in my younger years of life, when a man would offer me a hoodie if I was like at his house and be like, "Don't worry, it's big," I would see my entire life flash before my eyes in
Oh, that's rough, man. Okay, I feel bad for you here.
that moment. Like, man, how big do you think big is? Because I think it's not big enough for me. And then they try to like give it to you anyway and insist that it'll fit, and you do that weird thing where you just wear it over like your arms and boobs.
What? You can just wear a hoodie over your arms and boobs? Well, you just put your arms through it and not like pull it over your head?
Is that just me? That can't be just me experience.
All right, that was amazing. So amazing that we're going to watch part 2 because there's a part 2, baby. Things plus-size people experience that would send my thin friends into a coma. Casey Kasem.
Oh, hello, friends. I am back for part 2 of fat experiences that I think would send my thin friends into a coma. Number 1 on my list is booths.
Oh, dude, like I've said before, if you're too big to fit in a booth, reevaluate your entire life. The booths are the best. It's all cushioned and stuff. You can lay back in there. The corner piece of this couch is kind of like a booth, dude, and it is the freaking best. I'm like this, baby. Don't I look comfortable? Yeah, dude, the day that I can no longer fit in a booth is the day that I completely reevaluate and change my entire life. For some people, rock bottom means doing favors for people, for enough money to get your drugs or whatever. For me, it's the moment I can't fit
3 down, 1 to go.
It was then that I knew who's at rock bottom.
Booths? Booths. Booths.
Booths.
Either way, they are a menace to society.
Oh, how dare you? You know what's a menace to society? Those stupid regular chairs that just pull over the dining table in a restaurant. Don't put me at a table in the middle of the room with 4 chairs around it. Those chairs suck. I don't want to be on display in the middle of the room. I want to be over in the dimly lit corner, chilling in my booth. You've got like a wall behind you separating you from the group next to you. It's beautiful.
Every time you sit, when you have to do that like little move where you check if it's open to the floor, and just like every single part of you is hoping and praying that it's not. 0 out of 10.
And what if it's not? So you can slide it over to the side. So camping over there is going to be all crushed. The little table's right up here too. But you like have excess room on your side now. Just slid it towards this direction. I feel bad for you.
Number 2 might be like a little specific, but like prom circa 2009. Because all of the dresses look like this. Listen, this is my best friend from high school, but every single dress was just a straight, heavy satin tube.
Dude, the day that I can come over and finish my prom dress. Damn, throw it in the towel, man. No, but seriously, that prom dress looks like a Coca-Cola.
Who was that for? Not me. Using the word fact neutrally, I would describe myself absolutely blows both minds.
Does it really? Do you think anybody's paying attention? It definitely wasn't the highlight of the day. If you said the word fact neutrally, people might think, oh, that was weird. But it would quickly leave their brain on the sea of worrisome thoughts.
I am a full-time fact positive content creator. I create fact positive content.
Full-time? You're a full-time fat positive creator. So you get paid to do this full-time. Oh my goodness. Wait, I get paid to do this full-time. You were the anti-me. You were the villain in my story. We're both working tirelessly at the opposite goal, and we're gonna meet in the middle right here.
Alright, last set. Quit thinking around, Phil. You got this.
Right. What does it mean to be a plus-size model? Like anybody off the street can do that. Hey, look, that person's obese. Choose them. I'm not trying to diminish your shine or anything. I'm just saying, like, it feels like a participation.
Alright, last but not least, the easy part. Push-ups. Thank goodness.
All right, well, these people are going to get this up here. We try to tell them, no, you're beautiful. And maybe they shouldn't say anything next time somebody says that they're fat or somebody. You're clearly looking for some sort of response by standing next to somebody and being like, I'm so fat. A lot of the times people fish for compliments by standing next to somebody and being like, I'm so ugly, because they want the other person to be like, oh, no, you're not. You're just fine. So when a fat person says, oh, I'm so fat next to somebody else, they're fishing for some kind of reaction. Approach them. Don't give it to them. Just look at them and be like, I wonder what that would look like. Oh man, I am so bad. So anyway, about those bus streaks. people breathing in a larger body. If you have to worry about your butt fitting on a conventional toilet seat, once again, this might be taking some kind of warning sign.
Why can I not like literally spread my legs wide enough in the stall to actually pee?
I don't know. That's a good question. A good question you should be asking yourself. Why do my legs not fit inside the stall enough to spread them enough to actually pee?
And why do I do that weird thing where I stand like one foot on either side of the toilet while I pull the swinging door, like the stall door by me, and just squish my whole body? 0 out of 10 on there. Next on my list is amusement park because like I am still traumatized from like.
Okay, so this is hard. This we call things that I hate myself not being able to fit into. Or it can also be called warning signs that I might need to change my lifestyle. Red flags that should precipitate change. Could also be a good way of looking at it.
And I went on the 8th grade band trip to an amusement park, and we were all on a ride, and they couldn't plug the harness over my very ample chest.
In 8th grade. See,
It was ample even then. So they made me get up and trade spots with like one of the mean girls in front of everybody I was in 8th grade with, and like I've literally never gone on a roller coaster again.
well, yeah, you don't fit on them. You couldn't fit on them in 8th grade. Why would you be able to fit on them now? Because most of these people have grown exponentially since their younger days. And they've been overweight their entire lives, but just kept on getting larger and larger. All of these obstacles presented themselves in front of you, they persuade you continuing down a very dangerous path. Almost like an addiction. You know, there's a lot of parallels here to a standard regular addiction.
14 reps, 4 sets. Let's kick this last part into gear.
Oh yeah, that would happen. Well, here's the question: you want to showcase a photo that shows you as you are. Don't just show your face. Don't
All
have
right.
this top
And
down
down.
angle, just showing your face with a pound of
There you
makeup
go.
on there, cheekbones like freaking penciled in, and all this type of stuff. The things they can do with paint today, it's egregious. A lot of people are painting somebody else's face right over their face. You're like, who is this person? In the morning when they
We
get
do
up,
full range of motion push-ups in these parts.
look at him. It's like a clown face on the pillow. You're like, what the heck? Show a full body photo from a distance.
And then I show up and they say that I'm in lean, so I practice cover.
Okay, well, you didn't show a photo that properly showed your size. They said that you were challenged. Now, do you think people are just making this stuff up?
Really fat photos of me. Like I feel like my thin friends are not like taking up pictures and saying like, does this make me look fat? Because like I need a pic where I look fat. I'm actually gonna do like the next two of hospital gowns and medical equipment together because they're very related. But like when you go to the hospital with a doctor and they give you a gown and
You can't fit in the gown either. Those gowns are enormous. It's like a moon.
it's just like the size of a pillowcase,
I don't think it's the size of a pillowcase. I'm swimming in it.
you just look at them and you're like, excuse me, ma'am, for who? Medical equipment? And they're
All right.
because like how many times are you gonna put a blood pressure monitor on me and then oh, it doesn't fit around your arm, let me get the size out.
Once again, these are more signs that you may be headed down a dangerous, self-created path. They go to the cup on there, and you're just like, it's great. You might be super buff too. You would be a side effect. I tell them to put it on there extra tight, arm flex, and then once it's on,
So down to the go.
oh, so good. Oh, we don't have equipment. Sorry, you're getting
Or like I've been put in gynecologist chairs that had a weight limit that was way under what I weigh, despite the nurse looking right at me as she brought me into this room. And like a few months ago, my girlfriend was going to have surgery, and the day before her procedure, after like 5 consultations, her doctor was like, I actually don't know if we can perform the surgery because like you're too fat for laparoscopic needles to fit in. They're not long enough to go through your fat body.
well, maybe the doctor was hoping that she would have lost weight by the time the procedure came around. You know, the doctor's just like, all right, she's a little big now, but you know, it would be uncomfortable to bring it up. So hopefully she loses 40 pounds by the time she comes in for her surgery. And then you show up like, all right, I'm here for my surgery. It's just like, yeah.
That wind is kicking today.
It's 2023. We haven't made longer laparoscopic needles. Like that. What is this emergency?
It is 2023. Dang it. So all of your needs should be met randomly. Everybody should go out of their way to rework the entire world around you and your physique because it is the correct year. It is 2023. And we still don't have special parking in front of the store for people with a mustache. Why? Why not, dude? It's 2023, my dudes and gals. Why?
Eating in public or on the internet specifically is such a trip as a fat person because I'm not allowed to do that.
I don't think anybody should be eating on the internet or in public for that matter. If I'm elected president, I'm going to ban public eating entirely. No, I'm just kidding. But why would you film yourself eating and upload it to the internet? Whether you're thin, fat, whatever, why? Why do I need to watch your mouth masticate food?
I'm just with myself. Eating anything near food, and somebody would have something to say about it no matter what the context of the post was.
Eating something near food, or meaning chemical processed carbonated garbage that's kind of like food.
I made a video to talk about having an OCD meltdown, and as you can see, the food is not even really the point of this video. But there is a bowl of fresh, green food. Someone help me.
Why did you make a video of yourself having a meltdown? Can we stop these videos that we see where people are crying on camera and stuff, like when Sherwin ate a cookie and then she started crying? If you were feeling
Whew.
kind of way and
It's
you
getting
want
hard.
to have a reminder of that
One more.
meltdown, that's cool. Don't upload it to the internet. Stop uploading yourselves crying on camera looking for some weird sympathy or for people to pity you for whatever reason. It's really terrible.
Whew, shit. I'm gonna give myself 2 minutes. That was rough. I got one more set. I'm completely done. Jesus.
People theater costuming might be like specifically me, but I grew up doing theater, and I can't tell you how many times the director's wife had to make a special costume just for me that was a little bit different than everybody else's, and how much that sucked.
The people have been going out of their way to accommodate you for quite a while. You don't feel bad about the fact that she had to put in all this work to accommodate you because you couldn't fit into the normal stuff like everybody else. I'm not trying to be mean, but at what point are you constantly putting everybody else out and you start to feel bad for your man? The way I was filming so that I got a seat on the airplane, the way that person had to make a special costume for me, the way that they had to use the thigh cup on my arm, the way that I made everybody else uncomfortable because I don't fit into the infrastructure that was created. You're not just putting yourself out, clearly, you're putting other people out. And some of these fat activists want us to go around reworking and rebuilding the entire world to suit them. And they have no sympathy, no empathy for that. It's all me, me, me.
If you've never shared a picture with somebody and then they got up, you flipped the whole thing over, I think I don't.
Well, I mean, that has happened a couple times. What? No, of course it's never happened. I've been overweight before, but I've never been overweight to where, like, me and somebody else have to teeter-totter on whatever thing that they get up, the whole thing's going to fly that way. Because, like I've said, this list could be completely reworded to be like warning signs that you've gone completely off the rails and you need to reevaluate your entire life and make some changes. That's what I'm doing. But, I'm just a guy, just a dude being a guy. My skin is literally melting. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you're not already. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.
right. I said, look at that pump though. That pump is crazy. Look at the chest pump. It's crazy. All right. Whew. Okay, let's get it. Shit. All done. I will see y'all tomorrow for pool day. That was rough.